back home now. The holiday is a distant memory. It's nice to have the woods on the doorstep. I haven't been able to come out for a while and record outdoors simply because of the weather. In the UK, we've been battered by one storm after another, seemingly relentlessly, going through the alphabet of names as they do in this country, alternately A, B, C, D, E. Eunice was the first, I remember, a few weeks ago. And looking around the woods here, there's a lot of evidence that the storms came through here, and lots of broken trees and branches strewn about left, right and centre. I often try to do these unscripted contemplations at home in the office from which I work, but on the one or two occasions I've tried, it doesn't work. I don't know whether it's something about being out in nature or the routine of this, that there is a freedom here that allows me to talk as I'm doing now without any prepared script, where I find that doesn't happen at home in my office. So I realise that when the weather's bad, these recordings don't happen. Anyway, we're here now, and in my previous video I focused in on a specific emotion. This was at the request of one of my YouTube viewers, and that was resentment. I'm not going to pick another emotion at the minute, but I just want to maybe reflect on that video and perhaps make some comments about where we are with the channel and the book. I say where we are as though this is a joint venture, but in a sense I feel it is quite intimate, talking in this way. Even though I'm talking to an iPhone, I'm also, I sense, talking to people out there, people who are subscribing to my channel and watching these recordings. The subscribers are now standing at 48, and that's wonderful. I'm thrilled every time I get a new subscriber, and every time someone views one of my videos, the viewing numbers go up and I get a thumbs up, even better. We've talked about this before, and I'm going to talk about it again. It seems like it's on my mind, this idea of numbers, and it's ironic really, because I've written a book about the negation of the self, the illusionary sense of the I am, the ego if you like, the fact that on one level of understanding, on the Advaita Vedanta level of understanding, all is one, and that sense of being a constricted individual self is, in one sense, an illusion. And that's the thrust of my book. And yet I find myself checking daily sales and reviews and feeling good when I sell 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 a day, and I get another 5-star review and the feedback, and I read the feedback and I'm smiling, and there's a sense that I'm attached to the success of the book, and it feels natural. I like that feeling. I like it when I sell, and I like it when I get great reviews, and I'm getting great reviews. And I know I'm going to get a horrendous review at some point, and that's just par for the course. The more reviews you get, the more likely you will attract people who don't understand the message and want to explain why, and that's fine. And it ties in with the subscribers. 48 is wonderful, and then I look at other channels with 250k subscribers, or 5 million subscribers, and I think, oh, I want more. I want more. I want that number to go up. I don't want it to go down. And so that's attaching to the ego. That's attaching to the self. That's the very thing that I am explaining and talking about dropping in order to transcend the attachment to things and to find peace in being and not to be defined by external things. And I think that still holds true, but also one has to realize that as individual people, as psychological entities, we are almost hardwired to want good things, praise, and more of the things that make us feel good, and less of the things that make us feel bad. And so there's something psychological about the rush of dopamine or serotonin that floods one's body when we find that 6 books have sold overnight, or I've gained another YouTube subscriber. It's like out of my control in a way. But by the same token, I'm at the mercy of the negative side, the flip side of that, the bad review or subscribers dropping away. So I suppose it's an exercise in recognizing that even the positive rush of the things that we want and we like, recognizing that that is still in one sense an attachment and an illusion and a feeding of the egoic self, the constructed individual self. That's still an attachment, and if you're at the mercy of the rush of the good, then you're also at the mercy of the slump of the bad. And of course in life we get a mixture and we don't know what's coming next. And so I am pleased that things are going well, that the sales of my book is going well. I think part of that is because I genuinely and honestly want that message to get out to as many people as possible, for them to perhaps gain insight and alleviate their own suffering. And I think that the message behind the book and the writings and the teachers that the book is inspired by do give that potential for transcending the self. And I suppose within that game of life, one can still enjoy the fruits of living, providing at the same time one understands that attachment is attachment, and ultimately we lose all the things that we attach to, and we return back to the emptiness within, and that is our true reality. And that the things outside of us, if we allow them to define us, then we are at the mercy of the manifestations rather than being at one with the absolute.